And with me in studio now is Mr. Boo Linton. He is the president of GDTK Incorporated. Their stock symbol is GDTK. Boo, good to see you again.
Good to see you, Don.
Well, now, it's been a little while since we had you on the program. We're reinitiating coverage of the company beginning this week. Why don't you tell our audience again what you guys do?
Sure. What we do is we have a process that converts low-grade waste heat into electricity. And we do that with what's called an organic Rankine cycle, which is essentially like a refrigerator working in reverse. So instead of using electricity to take away heat, we're taking the heat to generate electricity. So we have power purchase agreements with Pacific Gas and Electric, and that's what I'm here to talk about, how we're progressing with the company.
Now, for people who aren't living in California, I can just tell you Pacific Gas and Electric, or PG&E, is one of the largest power companies in the world, so that's a pretty good score on your end.
Yes, I had some good news about what we've accomplished. We've formed a partnership with a company called Steriwave Hungary. They're a European company. And what's unique about them, it's not just a financial company, but they're backed from scientists from the Galilee Academy, Liam University, the Noetic Institute of Advanced Studies, and these are real, they're forerunners in science, and they're geniuses in what they do. So it's great that they fully understand what we're doing with our company, and they understand the profound implications of taking what was formerly unusable waste heat and converting it into electricity. So
the company must look at this academic and scientific, I guess, adoption of your technology as a real vindication of what you folks are doing.
Well, yes, and it's I find it gratifying that it took a company from Europe that really understands what it is we do, because to look at it from the outside, it seems kind of simple. But what's really unique about it is that we're doing this with for $2,500 per kilowatt hour. That's our construction cost, which that's unheard of in the clean energy sector, and that's what we're doing. And they understand that, and I believe that once we build out these 6 projects, 1.5 megawatts each, the floodgates going to open, and I mean that in a positive way, unlike recent bad news, because I think financial institutions, power generating companies in the private sector are going to be calling us because they want to get involved, because we have a real solution. And one other thing I want to point out that's really important is because with these recent disasters, if we ever have a site that has a tsunami or a tornado or an earthquake or a hurricane that hits it, there's not going to be a disaster hazardous zone for us. We're going to have some pipes to replace, maybe a generator or two, and it's very safe. So no one's ever going to pick at GDTK. They may pick it to say, why aren't you using GDTK, which would be a good thing for us. So we're just very excited that we're underway. We now have committed from these people $23 million to build out these systems. Wow. They're also licensing the technology for some European countries. And in the UK, they pay twice as much for electricity. Right. In Italy, they pay 3 times as much for electricity. And since we're not selling the systems, we're building them to participate in the revenue. That's a big winning situation for us.
Well, what you're getting down to, the energy is clean, the energy is cheap, and it's renewable. And that's the I guess the 3 corners of the holy grail when it comes to energy right now. That's what everybody's looking for.
Exactly, and we may not be the holy grail, but we're at least the cup that the guy who's guarding the holy grail is drinking from. So
now, what can we expect to hear from the company? We're going to be covering you now for another 3 or 4 months. What kind of things are we going to be looking forward to during that period of time?
I would say the first thing is building this first 150 kilowatt system and putting it into operation out at the American Canyon landfill. That's phase 1, 150 kilowatts. We're planning to go up to 1.5 megawatts of power. Then we're going to start building the rest of them out from there.
And of course, once it's built, your customer's already locked in. You already know that the power you're going to generate has a buying customer.
That's right, for 20 years, power purchase agreement.
Wow, that's fantastic. GDTK is the company, and GDTK is their stock symbol. We're talking to the president, Boo Linton. Boo, looking forward to the next several months with you. Thanks for joining us once again.
Thank you. Me too.